Welcome to Wayward Part 2. Last week, we met with the members of the Sueño K Squad and some new members of Iglesia. This week, we're going to see what's going to happen. It was Thursday evening, time for the midweek meetings at Iglesia. Mr. Cordy welcomed the teenagers as we walked in through the door. Aurora was there, and she looked around at all the faces. She noticed that there were new faces, but the one she was looking for, that of Amaka, was nowhere to be found. Aurora felt a little disappointed, but she didn't allow that to disturb her or keep her from doing what she needed to do. She was one who led the other teenagers in singing praises, singing songs, and dancing, and she did it with all her heart. Anyone looking in would know that, these people are having a wonderful time. Some of the teenagers came because they really wanted to know more. Some came because their friends came. And some, they came mainly because of the sophisticated equipment that they use whenever they have their exercises. Well, nobody ever left Iglesia without having heard or done something that made a positive impact in his or her own life. In another hall, the children were there. There were some new children in the children's hall. Miss Anu looked around and noticed Bidemi, Fola, and Gwemi. They had been coming for the main meetings, but this was their first time in the midweek meeting. They had been among the children who were rescued from captivity some time ago by the Sueño K Squad. As usual, there were three aspects to the meeting: the singing, the discussion, and the exercises. This day, the singing part was led by Ebu of the Ibukun K Squad, and the children also had a wonderful time. Many of them were happy there, singing and dancing. Just like the teenagers, some came because they really wanted to come. However, others came because their parents said that they should come. And others were there, of course. Bandwagon effects. Everybody, let's go. A few children and teenagers came late. Among them were Chidubem and Edward. This was Edward's third time of coming. He came late because I've been working on a project and he didn't realize the time had gone. I was like, whoops, I gotta go. And he started hurrying. As he was about to enter, he noticed Chidubem coming alone. This was not like Chidubem. Usually he and his brother Chinedu came together. He slowed down and waited for Chidubem. Chidubem, in his own case, had come late because his brother had not been feeling fine. He had thought about not coming at all. But then he felt, no, I don't want to miss this meeting. He got permission from his parents and he decided to come alone. So they entered together. Edward offered to help Chidubem go up the ramp, and Chidubem was really grateful because he had been tired. Normally, his brother would have pushed him, but he had to wheel himself all the way from his house to Iglesia. Edward and Chinedu joined the other teenagers just as Mr. Cordy collected the microphone from Aurora. That day, the topic for discussion was "Children, obey your parents." Surprisingly, the teenagers and the children actually enjoyed the topic. They were free to say whatever they wanted to say, and no suggestion, no comment was condemned. The only thing the adults did was to clarify a few issues and put some things straight. After the discussion, they went to their gym. The focus for the day's exercise was flexibility. They stretched their muscles using different kind of exercises led by the instructor for the day. Of course, they nicely sweated and felt fine. All of them really felt good. It was good to exercise, and they were encouraged as usual that should not just be just that day, but at home they should continue so that they could feel good every day. All too soon, it was time to go home. There was very little fellowship after fellowship because the following day was a school day and they needed to prepare for school. As they were walking home, Maestro, Big Ass, and Fresh Ranger were walking and talking about the day's discussion. Fresh noticed that Maestro was looking a little worried. "Maestro, what's the problem?" Fresh asked. "I sense something bad is going to happen. I don't know what it is, but I'm concerned," Maestro said slowly. "Let's pray against it," Fresh said. "Okay." The three of them prayed about it, and Maestro felt a little better. The next few days went without any incident. On Sunday, during the main meeting at Iglesia, the talk for the day was honor your father and mother. Some people felt, nah, how can I honor my parents or my father or my mother? Why? Because some of their parents were drunkards, spouse beaters, stay far from home parents, that kind. But the person who took the talk that day really broke it down and made them to connect with it. He tried to look at it from their point of view and from their parents' point of view. Different perspectives. By the end of the talk, even the teenagers of drunkard parents admitted that yes, they did need to honor their parents. No, they did not like what their parents did, but that did not stop them from honoring them as their parents. Towards the end of the meeting, Maestro felt bad again. He was like, something is not quite right. He was sitting next to Bidemi, and a foul odor just came from that side. For some strange reason, Maestro was not comfortable with that smell. See you next week for the continuation of Wayward. Bye!